Living abroad has changed me. Hi, I've been a student in Canada for almost a year now, and I'm an international student. So it all starts back in 2023. I was in high school in my 11th grade. I was just living in the moment, thinking I already know what I'm going to do in my future. I already got a college that I was thinking of back then in Indonesia that I'm planning to go after I graduate in high school. But then suddenly my mom called me. She was like, "Oh, Joss, you gotta find a college abroad, man. You gotta seek better opportunities and yada yada." I'm like, "Wow, what's this? What's this?" All of a sudden, I was confused, reluctant. Really, I thought it's just gonna be something that she's gonna tell me once and then forget. But no, day by day, she keeps telling me, pushing me to find a college, a scholarship, university, yada yada, to study abroad. And I was like, it feels forced, like I didn't get a say in it, and I didn't really know why she wants me to do that. She wants me to like I didn't really see her vision back then, so it kind of felt like something I did out of obligation so that she'll just shut up, which is kind of rude, but at the same time, I wish would have known sooner. But I was researching college and university scholarships to study abroad, albeit reluctantly, right? So like then 2024, it felt more urgent, so I actually did it every day compared to like 2023. I just did it like once in a while, and then I'll just lie to my mom. I'm like, oh, don't remember, I already found it, already applied. But yeah, no, 2024, 12th grade, the time has come. The time of reckoning. Find one soon. But some of them rejected me, some of them blah 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 and whatnot. So I was like, no, no, like I didn't really care because like, eh. But then I got accepted by two colleges, one in America and one in Canada. I was like, oh wow, I got accepted. That's surprising. Right. So America, Canada, nice. I got a college acceptance from one of those countries, America, Canada. So I'm like, which one do I choose? Now, little me, I wouldn't say little. This was like a year ago, but little me assumed that Canada was just stereotypically nice and kind people. I didn't know anything. I barely did any research on Canada. And America, I just assumed it was like land of the free, oil, gators. What is a kilometer? Wah! Bald eagle noises. And sometimes shootings happen and crime and whatnot. But that's what I thought initially, of course. Did I know I was wrong. So, like, by the time of August 2024, flight to Canada, stepped a foot there, everything was different. It was genuinely my first time stepping a foot on Western, a Western country. I didn't have any expectations, honestly. I thought it was just gonna be like, okay, cool, I'll be meeting white people. Oh gosh. But uh, it was interesting to say the least, because growing up, I've always grown up with more comfortable speaking English than my own country's language of, Indonesian. And like I've grew up mostly watching like these Western cultures, movies like Marvel, DC, Transformers. I mean, surely I'm not the only one, obviously. Like those stuff, and realizing like my home country didn't really have any of those stuff, like at least not as widespread or as mainstream. And now that I'm in said Western country where all those things happen, I'm like, whoa, okay. I don't know. It feels like I feel more connected with Canadians, like throughout my experience so far, like outside of speaking English very fluently Canadianly, like I have always thought my English was super good, because like most of my friends back in Indonesia don't really like speak it as often. But comparing it here in Canada, where it's like their main language, I'm like, whoa, looks like my English still has room to improve. I'm like, Nice. And what shocked me was, living for 18 years in a developing country. The difference it makes when you're living in a developed country is massive, massive, massive. Economically, financially, everything. Like in here, Canada, everything's so clean. You can see the sky; it's clear, blue, lots of clouds. It's finally a country with four seasons. uh, in Indonesia, tropical countries, right? It's like only you got only two seasons, sunny and rainy. That's it. But now here in Canada, ooh, it's windy. It's neat. Like sometimes you can't even tell if the weather's gonna be consistent or not. It's which what shocked me because it's fall during the time I came arrived. It was supposed to be fall, right? So like I I would think it would just be sunny, but no, it was windy. It was surprisingly cold, and the food there. I would assume it was like American food, but nah, no, surprisingly not. But they have lots of food, diverse food. I tasted lots of them, like Chinese food, Mexican food, like chipotle. I don't know how to pronounce it. Forgive me for butchering the pronunciation. And then shawarma, and then poutine, and what else? Greek food. I was like, whoa! I'm like Mr. Worldwide, tasting all these food. I'm like, wow, it's tasty. It made me no realize like, oh dang, Canada is a very ethnic rich and culturally rich country. I was super shocked about that. I'm like, wow, that's cool. Hell yeah. And like people I meet, they're not just like Western people. They're like people from like many different countries, like maybe India. What else? Irish, Italian, French, like all these rich ethnic backgrounds. It's cool, and like we're united there. Here, it's like a country with opportunities for everyone, immigrants, whatnot, and yada yada. Like you would rarely see a single ethnic or race group. It's what made me shocked. It made me open my mind more. It was like they all speak English, but they all have different pronunciations. So like I kind of have to like develop a way to like comprehend all these pronunciations and what they say. It kind of made me understand English a bit better. And what other aspect of culture shocked me was how living here as finding rent here is surprisingly pricey. I'm like, whoa, okay. Like you'd often see these prices like $1,000 a month or 1,200, $2,000 a month, and it's just a mediocre looking house. Apparently, it's hard to find or buy a house here to the point where like the only possible way to get a decent rent is to share it with another person. That shocked me, and the fact that my mom wants me to immediately find a place for myself to live alone independently. So I'm like, wow, okay. These situations kind of force me to like, grow up, push myself outside the comfort zone, like do things that I wouldn't normally do, like think about myself, think what's for myself, like what's gonna be food for today, tomorrow, tonight, what am I gonna do tomorrow? I can't really just doom scroll all day or just do nothing at home. That's not really an option anymore because I'm forced to not forced. It's more like I have to like think about these stuff really. Like it helps me grow, change, and social wise too. Yeah, no, I mean in college I don't know anyone. I mean the only person I knew was my mom, but then she had to go because of reasons to because it's she how do I say this? Going here was way beyond my parents' budget. The fact that I'm even here was out of pure luck. And like kind of it's not like my parents are rich or anything. So like it's like an opportunity of a lifetime. So I want to make the most out of it, you know? And my dad told me like, you better take this seriously, Joss, because this is beyond our budget. And I they told me like I've only have like a, how do I say it? It's like my program college in Canada. It's like a 3 year advanced diploma program, right? But my parents only have can afford a year of it, a year out of 3 years to pay, due to how weak my country's currency is, and how like tuition fees and college fees is much more pricey for international students. That's what shocked me. I'm surprised to see that how apparently us international students pay 3 times the amount of domestic students. But that being said, like I said, social wise, it changed me. It made me realize that I cannot take this for granted at all. So like in school, I knew no one. I My initial plan was to just talk with one person if they're my best friend, and if we click, they'll be my bestie throughout the semester. But nah, no, I can't do that anymore. This is not Indonesia. I have to reach out to everyone. I have to push myself outside the comfort zone, because I throughout my life I've always thought of myself as an introvert or an ambivert, because like I've only clicked with some people in my class. But now in college here, it's like people are a lot more kinder. They tend to just mind their own business. They're chill. Everyone has their own life, and lots of people. Like surprisingly, I thought most people in college would just be 18-year-olds straight out of high school, but there's only like, hang on, 40 people in my class, right? And amongst those 40, only like, how do I say this? Only a quarter of them are like straight out of high school. Most of them have taken gap years, taken different programs, and like had a job and then applied and to college. So I'm just like surprised, like, oh wow, not just their ethnic backgrounds, but like their education and work backgrounds too. I was like surprised. Like, whoa, that's cool. So talking with these people like made me like it made me learn more about not just myself but other people as well. Like made me realize like the how different people are, but how I'm not exactly alone, surprisingly, despite the rich background. It's like I'm not the only international student there. There were some international students there as well, and we kind of sympathize and empathize with each other. We relate basically, because you know we came from a third world developing country to this developed country with their, let's say, not so strong currency. So we're in the same boat. And it highlights how like living in someone else's country is not easy, because we have to like develop these habits to think about all these stuff that normally we wouldn't think of as kids. But I guess that's life, right? Like you think, like you used to we all used to have everything served on a silver plate with a silver spoon, but now we I wow, realize there's more to life than just going through day by day, but also like think about other aspects, especially now that I'm in Canada, right? It's almost a year now. It made me change my identity. I didn't knew I had in me. Like a lot of people in my program thought I considered me an extrovert, because like I try to talk with everyone. I mean, to be fair, I mean, like when have like when I want to be make the most out of it, like I can't really take it for granted, because like for an international student like me, this is like an opportunity of a lifetime for me. Like I don't know about the other domestic students here who just came here, or who just consider it like an everyday normal thing you just have to go by. But for me, it's this thing is everything for me, man. My parents sacrificed a lot, and I'm like, I'll be damned if I don't want to make the most out of it, like, seeking constantly going out of my comfort zone. So like that's why I like you know talked with essentially everyone in my program. Like there are some of the ones I've clicked, some of the ones who are just fine, some of the ones who are just surface level stuff, and some of that I just don't click at all. But that's the part of the social life, right? Like it's part of how do you say this? A part of growth, I guess. I don't know. It feels interesting, but it's neat because it made me realize how I'm barely knew anything about life. Well, I have to constantly seek out knowledge, obviously, because how else am I gonna survive and live here? You know, like normally I wouldn't give a damn about politics or the economical state of my country, but now that I'm here, I kind of have to like know, cause like you know, if I don't, I'll be cooked. Like these situations kind of enforces me to change and make me realize that fun time's over. I gotta lock in, gotta get a job, gotta think about my future, gotta pay rent, gotta prepare my own meals every day, gotta focus on my education, preparation because of my parents' dedication. This stuff is like an initiation because I'm in someone else's nation. What am I saying? But yeah, no, I mean, I'm just rambling at this point right now. But if you if you if you reach this far, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a damn good day. And if you're an international student studying in another country, you're not alone. We're all in this together. Okay? Because chances are, if you're dealing with something, chances are other people are dealing with the same thing as well. Because we're all human in the end. This is the genuine human experience to relate. We all live different lives, but at the same time similar. We are exceptional, except that we are all not. Alright, peace.